Hello, my name is Sinh. Today, I'm going to tell you a short toast. Number one, the speaker announced that they were having a sale on the specialty coffee. That was the customers could buy 2 pounds and just uh, pay one. And South American and Central American blends were on sale. Next, he said uh, that today's coffee is just hopping and great. That was located on the IO5 next to the produce station. Finally, the speaker reminded there was a limit £4 for customer. Number two, the speaker announced that uh, the green light train would go to the airport, and she reminded um, specially more seats reserved for physically challenged passengers, and smoking, drinking, and eating were not allowed on the train. Finally, she said, the next stop, Central Square, and if the passengers would like to go to the uptown destination, transfer to the blue light train. Number three, the speaker reminded all members of the soccer team that the bus taking them to out of town game we left at 3:50 from the front of the school. And then he said the computer club were meeting there in the auditorium, and uh, the Spanish club were meeting the cafeteria. Finally, he announced um, the graduation dance committee meeting had been postponed until the following week because several of its members were sick. Number four, first, the speaker introduced herself, and she thought her friend had left town. And then she said she was leaving the gym then, and she had a great workout, so she was really hungry, and she was looking forward to the dinner that night. And then she suggested not to go to the restaurant late. Finally, she said she would go to the restaurant uh, in 20 minutes because she was walking and she didn't want to park the car. And number five, first, the speaker's joystick move to the bed, and then he said the fare was $1.50. Is that change only? Next, his joystick stand behind the white light and move away the doors because he didn't go anywhere until he closed the doors. Finally, he announced next stop Fifth Avenue. It's on the Delta Shopping District. Number six. First, the speaker said uh, there were several paintings by Picasso, and then uh, close examination showed the 5 brushwork he used, and these paintings represented some of Picasso's lesser known work and were among their more recent acquisitions. Next, she announced that they would take a rest break next, and then continue onto the second floor galleries where the Woodview was by 19th century artists. And finally, they were studying the East Room, which houses the collection of pastoral landscapes. 7. First, the speaker got attention from the customer, Mr. Smith, and then she said his table was ready, and she was sorry about waiting because the restaurant was busy that night. And then Shastastik followed her. Next, she said she was reserved for him a place with the water view, and then Shastastik hang out the course right over there. Finally, she asked Dim if he would like to order the drinks and appetizer first. Number 9. First, the speaker got attention from swimmers, and then she started get out of the water immediately because dangerous thunderstorms were approaching. And then she reminded her colleague, keep an eye on their children. And then next she said, there would be no running and no horsing around near the pool, or we may have to ask swimmers to leave. Finally, she started stay away from the pool until the lifeguard indicated that it was safe to return to the water. 8. First, the speaker got attention from the customers, and then she suggested bring the books they wish to borrow to the check-out desk then, because they'll be closing in a few minutes. And then she reminded almost jet down today. We're due back on April 15th, and there was a late fee of 25 cents a day. However, they could review the books before the due date by calling. Finally, the speaker thanked for their patronage. Number 10. First, the speaker got attention from her colleague, and then she said she'd been waiting at the airport, and she thought her colleague was supposed to pick her up. However, her colleague was not at the airport and the office, so she wanted to know where her colleague was. And finally, she hoped her colleague was not on the way here, because she was going to take a taxi to the office. Thanks for listening.